morning. Flow on in. How are we all this morning? Beautiful, crispy autumn morning down here. Good morning, Helen. Glad you could join me today. We'll let people flow on in. Get yourself all ready. Get your pillows and blankets together for savasana at the end. Just propping them off to the side. Claire, hi Claire. Hope you're well. Okay, a few more minutes. Michael, hi Mike, good morning. So today's class, I've decided to do a yoga flow for dancers. So many of you know that I used to dance, it's something I love to do, and yesterday I was just dancing in my room doing some self-expression, and I thought, why not create a class with some of my old dance stretches and exercises and bring it all together. So you don't need to know what you're doing, you don't need to have dancing experience, it's just something fun I've put together. Good morning, Natasha. Welcome, beautiful. So we're going to do a little bit of a warm-up. So we're just going to start sitting today. So find yourself in the center of your mat. Cross your legs. Palms down on top of your knees. Close down your eyes and we'll just take a few deep breaths in and out through our nose. Taking a few moments to just stop now and ground ourselves, bring ourselves to the here and now. Leaving our list of things to do in the other room just for the next hour. And giving yourself permission to be fully present for your practice today. Honoring this time on the mat as something your body and your mind need. Keep your eyes closed and just follow my instructions, or you're welcome to open your eyes back up. We're taking an inhale, we're reaching both of our arms and hands right up to the sky. And we're just going to fall down to the left, dropping that left hand and taking that right arm up and over for a side stretch. Exhale. Inhale back to center. Reaching up to the sky, exhale to the right. Dropping that right hand to the ground, stretching to the right. Inhale back up to center, exhale to the left. Inhale to center, exhale to the right. Inhale back up to center. Now we're going to take a twist to the left. Left hand becoming behind you on the ground, right hand to the outside of the left knee. Turning around to the left, looking over your left shoulder. Exhale. Inhale back up to center. Arms reach up and take it to the right. Exhale. Inhale back up to center. Feeling tall here. Exhale, taking it to the left. Inhale up to center. Exhale to the right. Inhale back up to center. And drop your hands back down to your knees. Take an inhale, push your chest forward, gripping onto your knees, neck long, looking up to the sky. Exhale, rounding through your chest and stomach, push your body back. Inhale up to the sky. Exhale, back, looking down to your feet. Inhale up. Exhale, back. Inhale forwards. Exhale back. Inhale forwards. Exhale back to center. Bringing our left foot in close to our pelvis here, right foot on the ground in front of you. We're just going to lift up again through the upper body. Inhale. And on the exhale, just take a forward fold here, wherever it feels good for you. Taking a few breaths here in your forward fold. Feeling any tightness in your hips or your glutes. On your next inhale, slowly walk yourself back up, arms up to the sky. Swapping your feet over, leaning back onto your bum, swapping those feet over. And on the exhale, forward fold with the other foot in front. Feeling any sensations throughout your body now. Anything tightening, anything releasing tension. Your next inhale, we're slowly walking ourselves back up. Take a few shoulder rolls here, forwards and backwards. You can nod your head yes, shake your head no, take a few little circles, warming up your neck, one way and then the other. When you're ready, we're coming on through to our all fours. Swing your legs around. Bring yourself to tabletop. Spreading your fingers wide, palms on the ground underneath your shoulders, knees hip width distance apart. Now at your own pace and with your own breath, we're going to do a few cat-cows. So inhaling to drop your belly. Exhaling to round out through the spine. So find your flow here. If you want to move faster, you're welcome to. If you're wanting to bring some heat into the body and make your heart rate go faster, go ahead. If you want to move slowly, that's fine too. Just follow your breath. One more inhale and exhale. And on your next inhale, we bring ourselves back to a flat back position. Now leaving your palms where they are, making sure that the weight is evenly distributed here throughout your palms and not into your wrist. We're going to kick our feet back into a plank. So tucking your toes under. Bring yourself into a plank, core engaged here, pushing away from the mat. We're going to exhale, bring ourselves down, chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, jumping forward to a forward fold. And exhale, relax. Inhale, step, hop or jump back to plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Pedal it out for a few moments here. Feeling, is there one leg tighter than the other? Feeling if they're both really sore today, or if you haven't done any movement for a while. Just working your way through the back of your legs, up your hamstrings. You might be able to feel it in your glutes. On our next inhale, we're jumping to the front, meeting our hands. Exhale, forward fold. One more round like this. Inhale, jump back to plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Hold it here for a breath. Inhale, jump up to the front of the mat. Exhale, take your forward fold. So stepping your feet out a little bit wider than they are right now, a little bit wider than hip distance. Generous bend in your knees. We're just going to hang, relaxing the whole upper body. You can rock side to side. You can give a small bounce. Just feeling your whole upper body relaxing here. From here, we're going to keep bending into our knees until we can sit ourselves down onto our bottoms. So taking your time, moving back onto your bottom. We're just going to do a few rolls here. So holding onto the front of your shins or behind your thighs. We're just going to roll back and roll back up to seated. Just do this a few times. Warming up our spines, feeling each vertebrae hit the ground. Now do one more like these. We're going to straighten our legs. So we're going to continue doing those rolls, but we're going to roll back into a plow pose. You can touch your toes on the back of the mat if that's accessible to you. And then we're going to roll back up to seated. So keeping our legs straight, this is working our core as well. Engaging your thighs here, pushing your knees and your ankles and feet together will keep your legs nice and straight. Your hands can be wherever they feel comfortable. If you feel like holding your legs, that's fine. That'll help you push yourself back into plow. So we're going to roll a few times like this. Now do this with control. We don't want our feet to plonk on the ground at either end of this position. Using our cores, warming up our lower abdominal muscles and warming up our necks. One more like this. Very good. Now we're just going to slowly roll down with control. Flat on our backs. We're going to bring our legs up to the sky. Point our toes. We're going to drop the left leg to the ground. Slowly now. Tap your heel on the floor and bring your leg back up to center. So we're engaging our core here. Our palms are flat down on the ground, our shoulders are tucked up and underneath us. Focus here on relaxing all the muscles in your face and your jaw. Now I'm going to add a modification. If that's too easy for anybody today, I'll show you the next level, level 2 of that. If that's perfect for you, continue doing that at your own pace. Level 2, we're going to engage our core. We're going to lift up from our shoulders. Our shoulders and heads are going to lift off the ground. We're going to be grabbing the leg that's staying in the air and just pulling it towards us. And then we swap. Keeping our upper bodies off the ground. Just tapping your heel on the floor, not letting any weight out of your legs. Warming up our cores here, getting in a nice little stretch. If you're feeling tight anywhere, just notice. Find your balance between effort and ease. We're not here to hurt ourselves. We're here to feel good. One more on each side. And then bring yourselves back down, hug your knees into your chest. Rolling side to side. Hopefully you're feeling a bit of fire in your belly and nice and warm. I definitely am. I got my first long sleeve on for the season. It's cool here today, but I'm definitely warm now. Alright, we're just going to drop our feet back down to the ground. Left leg out long. Right leg up to the sky. Finding this stretch. You can flex your toes, you can point your toes, whatever you feel like today. Just focusing on keeping our hips even here. Now I'm going to invite you to grab anywhere you can on the inside of that right leg. However flexible you feel today is perfectly fine. There's no competition here, no comparing to anybody else. Yoga is not about who can look the best in each pose. It's about what feels good for you. So finding your flexibility today. If you can grab hold of your toes, that's great too. Our left hand is on our right leg. Our right hand is out to the side, palms facing up. Now we're going to just rotate that right leg over to the left. So we're getting an intense side stretch here. Up the outside of our right leg should be feeling a very big stretch. So holding here for a moment. On your exhale, bring yourself back up to center. Release your grip and we'll swap legs. Right leg comes down to the ground, left leg up to the sky. Finding your position here. Left hand out to the side, right hand grips anywhere it can on your right leg. Finding where you are able to go right now. Acknowledging it, not judging it. Once you've found your grip, you're going to slowly pull that leg over to the right. Feeling that deep stretch, the outside of that left leg. So for me, I feel this stretch predominantly in the top of my calf and behind my knee. That's where I'm feeling this stretch. It's definitely going to be different for everybody. Take an inhale. And release here. Bringing your feet back down to the ground, shaking your legs out a little bit here. Now we're going to come into a shoulder stand. So if you have a bad neck, please don't do this stretch. I invite you to maybe just do some forward folds, either both legs in front, one leg in front, or butterfly pose. Take a few forward fold asanas here. Everyone who thinks that their neck is okay and they're feeling warmed up enough, follow me into our shoulder stand. So we're bringing ourselves up, tucking our shoulders under our body, supporting ourselves with our hands on our lower back. Engaging our core and straightening our legs, bringing ourselves up onto our shoulders. Now I invite you to drop one leg to the floor, left leg or right leg, and then try and swap. Engaging your core here. We're swapping legs in our shoulder stand. Finishing this off now, bending your knees, bringing your knees to your nose. And slowly rolling down with control. As slow as you can, releasing your neck and your back. Bringing the soles of your feet to touch the ground. Now taking a breath here on your back. Just turning your head to look to the left. Releasing any tension that may have built up in your neck there. Turning your head to the right. I have quite a tight neck and traps. So for me, a shoulder stand is a pose that I work on, because at the moment my neck flexibility is quite limited and I can't push myself all the way up onto my shoulders. So doing lots of neck stretches is a good thing if you're in the same boat as me. And just taking care, looking after yourself, not pushing yourself too far. Right, grabbing your knees into your chest, or any way you feel. We're going to meet seated on the mat. You can roll up, you can just push yourself up. Scooting back to the center of your mat now. Take a shoulder roll, loosening the upper back. We're going to bend our right leg and place our foot up onto our hip. So the outside of your right foot is sitting in your hip crease, or the sole of your foot is up against your hip. This in itself might be enough of a stretch for you if you've got tight knees or if you do have knee injuries. You can also get a pillow and place it underneath that lifted knee if you have injuries, just to support yourself there and not go too far into the stretch. But we're flexing that left leg, activating the front muscles on the left leg, bringing that right foot up to our hip flexor. We're just going to slowly push onto our right knee. If you have injuries, don't push your knee, just let it sit where it is. But slowly just pushing that knee down. Little pulses here. Sitting up tall. Feeling any nice little stretch that gives you in your thigh. We're going to lift up tall now, take an inhale. We're going to take a forward fold over this leg. If you need to adjust any time, go ahead. If you need to get a pillow, go ahead and do that too. Flexing that left leg, bringing ourselves over and down. Level 2, if you're wanting something a little bit more challenging today. Level 2, we're going to take a bind. Our left hand is going to stay on the ground or gripping the foot if you're able to get there. Our right hand is going around, and we are gripping hold of our big toes. Pistol grip your big toes. You can help yourself around, and we're taking a forward fold. Level 3, if you're up to it, pistol gripping our left big toes, left elbow coming to the inside of your left leg, and we're twisting. So look over the right shoulder, pulling our head down if we can. Wonderful, we got level 1, 2, and 3. 1, just taking your forward fold. Level 2, right hand reaching around, taking your bind. Level 3, left hand gripping your toe, elbow on the inside of that left calf, and we're twisting open to the right. One more breath here. On your exhale, gently release here with control, not wanting to hurt any muscles. Walk yourself back up to seated. Take your legs out in front, give them a shake. You're just going to do that on the other side. You have your pillow there if you've got bad knees. Left foot is coming up into the right hip crease. Letting that knee fall to the ground where it feels comfortable. Right leg activated here, flexed foot. Just giving a few nice pulses onto that knee. Only if it feels good for you, don't do it if it hurts. Just loosening up that hip joint. Letting your knee and your glutes know that we're about to give it a big stretch. Take an inhale, arms up to the sky. Take your forward fold. Adjust anything if you need to. Holding here for a breath. Level 2s, take your reach around. Left arm reaches up and around. We're twisting and holding on to that left big toe. Take your forward fold, right hand is still reaching down to the right hand side of your leg. Level 3s, pistol gripping your right big toe, elbows coming to the inside of your right calf. We're twisting open to the side, looking up and over our left shoulder. You can pull yourself down if you want more of a stretch. Taking a breath here. Taking an inhale and slowly releasing. Wonderful, kick your legs out to the front. Give them a little shake. You can roll your neck, roll your shoulders, wherever you felt any tightness or tension there. We're going to bring our legs through. We're going to push up onto our knees. We're just going to go onto facing the long ways on your mat now. Get your pillow out of the way if you had one. Now we're just going to go into a little side plank, so a half side plank. So taking your right forearm down to the ground. We're going to be staying on our right knee, pushing your hip up, placing our left leg out onto the ground. So left leg has our foot flat on the ground, right knee is bent. We're going to lift our left arm up and over, making a long straight spine here from fingertips to toes. We're going to take an inhale, stretch. Exhale, we're bringing our left knee and our left elbow to meet at the top. Feeling that nice crunch on the left-hand side of your body. Inhale, extending long. Exhale, crunch. So the whole time we're doing this, our right transverse abdominals are holding us up and strong. We don't want our hips to drop towards the ground. We want to be pushing up our right hips. Right arm strong. That's 5. We'll take one more. Going on 6. Extend. Beautiful. Slowly drop yourself to the ground. Swing your legs around. We're going to take that on the other side. Planting your left forearm to the ground. Left knee. Lifting yourself up. Right foot planted on the ground, the front. Right arm up and over, reaching. Inhale. Exhale, crunch. So you want to be crunching up and over your body, not out in front of you. Keeping our shoulders away from our ears. Pushing our hips up and away from the mat. That's 4. Inhale, reach. Exhale, crunch, 5. One more like this. Beautiful, reach. And drop yourself down with control. Awesome. Scoot yourself to the middle of the mat here. Bending your knees, place your palms behind you. Just do some windshield wipers here. This also massages the top of your glutes. That feels very nice for me today. When you're ready, we're just going to bring ourselves up to standing. So however you want to do that today, you can rock yourself up. Just slowly bring yourself up to standing. Now walk yourself back to the back side of your mat. Hands are going to be on our hips. We're just taking a few lunges here. So our right leg will step out in front. We're going to drop down, just tap our knee on the ground and push ourselves back up. Left side, tap that knee on the ground, push yourself back up. So core engaged here. We want to do this with control. We don't want to be plonking our feet on the ground or smacking our knees on the ground. We're focusing on keeping the upper body long and tall. Everything engaged here, relaxing the muscles in your jaw and your face. If you want to add any arms, if you want a bit more of an arm workout, go ahead. They can go up above, they can go out to the side, they can move with you, however you want this to go. You can do ballet arms. This is a little dancing workout, so why not? Point your toes. Just have some fun with this today. One more on each side. Beautiful. Step into the center of your mat, facing the long edge. We're going to do a few lunges out to the side now. So again, make whatever arms you want. Keep them on your hips if that's good to you. Our feet are going to remain parallel to the mat as we step out and we step back in. Step to the right, take your lunge. Step back to the center. Lunge to the left, back to the center. Go as low as you feel to go today. If you want to slow it down and go all the way to the ground and take a bit of a kung fu lunge, go ahead. If your body's saying hell no to that today, listen to it. Do what feels good. Just focus on keeping your core engaged and doing these poses with control. One more on each side. Beautiful. Give your legs a shake out here. Excuse me. Planting our right foot on the ground, kicking our left foot up behind us, grabbing it with the left hand, just taking a stretch here in your thigh. You can use two hands if you really want to get that stretch. Pull that heel all the way up to your bottom. Focus on keeping your knees together here. We don't want this to be out to the side or out behind or in front. We're keeping everything locked in our middle. Finding that stretch for your thigh. Releasing your grip, kicking your heel out to the front and just taking a forward fold. Keeping your foot active here, feeling a nice stretch up the entire back of that left leg. Slight bend in your right leg. You can drop your head if you'd like. You can put your hands on the ground. And we just come back up. Doing that on the right. Inhale, lifting that right leg up, grabbing that with your hand or both your hands, keeping your knees together, core engaged. Pulling your heel to your bottom, feeling a stretch down the front of your right thigh. Releasing your grip, kicking that heel out to the front, flex that foot, bend your left knee and take yourself into a forward fold. It's a bit of a runner's lunge here. Take an inhale and an exhale. Inhale, bringing yourself back up to standing. We're going to take a few little dancing balances now. So shake your legs out, do whatever you need to do to regain your composure here and your balance. We're going to start on the left leg, so spreading your toes, planting your left foot. Before we lift our right leg, find your focal point somewhere directly out in front of you, about eye height or just above your drishti, something that's not going to move on you here. Engaging your core, finding your focal point. We're going to slowly lift the right foot off the ground. We're just going to grip hold of the knee and just find your balance here. Find your focal point. We're going to reach down as far as we can, grabbing our right hand onto our right foot and just taking that leg out in front of us. So keeping a slight bend in your left leg, finding your drishti, your focal point, wherever you'd like to hold on your foot, the inside, the outside, pistol gripping your toes, however you want, just find your stretch out to the front. Doesn't matter if your knees bend, as long as you're keeping your chest open, your shoulders down and your neck long. We just don't want you to be hunching forward. So you can have your knee bent, just focusing on your balance here. Your left arm can be doing whatever you want it to be doing right now. And on the next inhale, we're just going to take our legs out to the side. Woo, finding your balance. Left arm can go out to the side to counterbalance you here. Take another inhale, bring it back to the front. I'm going to exhale, release with control. Release your grip and allow your leg to come back down. Shake out your legs here. You might have felt that in your glutes. So just stretch out your glutes, pushing your hips side to side. We're going to do that on the other side. Spreading the toes on our right foot. Finding your drishti, engaging your core, feeling the earth supporting you. When you're ready, bringing up that left leg, grabbing hold of that knee. Getting ready. Left hand makes its way down to meet any part of your leg that it can today. You can just grab the back of your thigh, your calf, your ankle, wherever you feel you can go today. Keeping a nice slight bend in the right leg. Find your drishti, engaging your core. Find your balance today. Inhale, opening up to the left. Right arm can go out to the side to counteract that balance. Keeping your neck low. Try not to clench in your jaw or your face muscles. Taking an inhale, bringing the leg back to the front. Releasing on your exhale and releasing with control. Good. Shake it on out. Now we're just going to do some swinging from our hips here. We're going to be having our arms out to the side to help us balance. We're going to be kicking our right leg up and then we're kicking it back and through into our three-legged dog. Warrior three. So we're kicking our leg up and forward and back into our warrior three. Holding that for a pulse. Kicking our right leg forward, sweeping it back into our warrior three. So keeping a slight bend in the left leg here, pointing our toes as it comes to the front and to the back. Keeping our drishti directly in front of us, not wanting to move our heads in any way here. Looking down at the ground. Oh, I'm getting a bit wobbly. If you start to wobble, then just take a break. Reset your balance. It's a lot harder to do this talking than I thought it would be. It's good practice. One more. kicking it forward, bringing your leg through, warrior three, releasing back to the ground, doing that on the left. Arms out to the side, finding your balance, engaging your core, kicking that left leg up to the front and then to the back, finding your warrior three, keeping strong in your legs and your feet, all four corners of that right foot to be on the ground, balancing you. If your arms are getting tired, you can release them to your hips. This just helps me balance a little bit better. One more here. Holding and release yourself back to standing. Shake it out. Alright. Now we're just going to take an eagle pose. So we should be nice and warmed up now through our hips, through our legs, into our arms. So spreading the left foot, spreading the toes, planting all four corners of that foot on the ground. We're going to be lifting our right leg and taking our eagle bind. So that is bringing our right leg over the left. If this is where you want to stay today, keeping your toes on the ground for balance, go ahead. If you can wrap your legs all the way around, find your eagle pose today. Bending that left knee, arms go out long, left arm comes in on top of the right, taking your eagle arms, palms together, lifting the shoulders up and away from the body, taking your eagle pose. Holding here for a breath, feeling that stretch across the top of your back into your shoulders. If you can lift your hands up and away, I'll give you more of a stretch here. Take an inhale, exhale, sink a little deeper. Pushing up and away in the hands and the elbows. Take an inhale and slowly release. Hoo-wee. I'm definitely warm now. I don't know about you guys, I am toasty. Taking that onto the right. Spreading the toes on our right foot, planting all four corners into the ground. Engaging your core, getting yourself ready. Left leg lifting up and over, finding your eagle pose for today. There is no right or wrong way for you to get to where you are. Just listening to your body. You'll find that one side is a lot harder than the other. For me, I can't quite get my leg around on this side yet. Find where you are today, no worries. Arms go out to the side. Right arm comes on top of the left, find your twist. Eagle arms, lift them up to the sky. If you need to reset, don't worry about it. I'm going to reset. I didn't feel like I was fully grounded and balanced there. Woo. Look at that. Right side is out of whack today for me. Take an inhale, exhale, drop a bit lower, pushing your hands up and away. Inhale, exhale, release. Awesome, guys, shake it out. Take a few shoulder rolls. We're just going to slowly bring ourselves down onto the ground. We're just going to take a little child's pose here for a few breaths, just to relax all those muscles we were just using. Sweeping your hands back beside you, palms facing up, completely relaxing every single part of your body now. You can rock side to side if that's going to feel nice for you. Massaging your third eye on the mat. Just feeling your hips moving. One more inhale here. And exhale. Inhale, plant your palms, push yourself back up to tabletop. This will be our last stretch for today before we take our savasana. So what I want you to do is bring your left knee into the center of the mat. I want you to lift your right leg up and cross it over to the left so that your right knee is on the ground behind your left knee. And you're just going to push yourself back into a seated position. Now our legs will be in cow face pose. So here you want your knees to be stacked on top of each other. You want your legs to be evenly spread out to the side. You want to be able to sit nice and tall. Now if this isn't possible for you, if your legs are not quite able to cross over, that's fine. Take them to where they are. Find your edge, no pain here. And just see where your stretch is feeling. Now this is a big stretch for the outside of our glutes. So finding your cow face pose, hands resting on your feet or your ankles. You're going to take an inhale and sit tall. This can be quite an intense stretch if you haven't done something like this before. So if this is enough for you, stay here. Just breathe into it, releasing where you feel your tension. If you want a little bit more, come on down to your elbows. Walking yourself forward, planting your elbows. We want both of our glutes to be touching the ground. If you move forward and one side lifts, just stop where it starts to lift. Make sure it's still touching the ground. So level 2, take yourself to your elbows. Level 3, if you want to take a full forward fold and rest your head down onto your knee, go for it. Just making sure our glutes are on the ground, our legs are evenly spread. Breathing in and out of this deep stretch, it's quite intense, so know that the deeper your breath, the more oxygen you'll be sending to those muscles that you feel are tightening or restraining. On your exhale, imagine those areas just dissolving and letting go. On your next inhale, walk yourself back up. Right arm goes up to the sky. Left hand goes behind you, elbows bend. And we're just going to see if we can grip our fingers behind us. So keeping your shoulders down and your neck long here. Our legs are in cow face pose and our arms are gripping behind our back. Big stretch for the shoulders here and our triceps. Taking one more inhale. Exhale, releasing your hands. Push yourself back on through onto all fours. You can release your legs, untangle them, bring yourself back to tabletop. We're going to lift the right knee comes into the center, lifting our left leg up and over that leg, over the right, scooting ourselves back onto our bottoms. So cow face on the right hand side. So as I always say, not one side is going to be identical to the other. So just honor where your side is, where everything is at every given moment. This could be really easy for you today, and tomorrow it's going to be really difficult. So it's just being in the present of what we're doing for our bodies right now. Finding your alignment, knees stacked if you can get them there, feet out to the side. Make sure that they're symmetrical. Both your glutes should be touching the ground. Stay here if this is enough for you. Breathe into where you feel tight. Level 2s, take an inhale and walk your hands forward, resting down onto your elbows. Feeling the difference maybe on this side to the other. Is it harder? Is it easier? Are you feeling the stretch in a different place maybe? any sensations you have here. Level 3s, feel free to walk your hands out to the front of the mat and drop your head down to rest on your knees. Deep breaths into those tight muscles. On your next inhale, walk yourself back up to seated. Keeping your legs where they are. Maybe your feet have moved a little bit. Let's just move them back to be symmetrical. Left hand reaches up. Right arm goes behind, bending at your elbows, gripping your hands now behind your back. I find it a lot harder to do on this side. My right shoulder is obviously a lot tighter. Remember, we don't want to feel pain. If it's hurting, just ease off a little bit. We don't want it to be too easy either. So the beauty of knowing your edge is what will make yoga so much more beneficial for your body. It's just taking your stretch to that point where you know you're getting something out of it without causing pain. Taking an inhale. Exhale, release those arms. Take yourself forward, scoot yourself back up, untwist your legs. Tabletop position here. Big toes together, knees now out as wide as your yoga mat, or a little bit further if you want something more. We're just going to push back into extended child's pose. Now, opening up from the hips that we've just had close together. Resting the right side of your face onto the ground. Just taking a moment here. Taking an inhale, swapping over left side of your face onto the ground. Pushing your heels towards the back wall and your bum towards your heels. On your next inhale, you can slowly walk yourself back to sitting on your heels. Bring your knees together. We're going to take ourselves into our savasana now. So if there's any last movements or stretches you want to do, go ahead and do them. If you'd like to take a happy baby, or if you want to do any twists, if you feel you need to stretch out your shoulders now, go ahead and do that. I'm going to turn off my lights now and get yourself ready for Shavasana. If you have some cushions around, feel free to lay on cushions or prop them under your knees. If you want to have a blanket on or something light covering your eyes from the light, go ahead and do that. Finding your Shavasana. If you want to stay seated, that's awesome too. Whatever feels good for you today. Start to deepen your breath now. So if you're seated, placing your hands in your lap or on your knees, closing down your eyes. If you're laying down today, bringing the back completely onto the mat and making sure the lower back is flat, your upper shoulders are tucked up and under, your chin is slightly down, keeping the neck long, spreading the legs more than hip distance apart, relaxing the hands out to the side, palms facing up, allowing a natural curl in your fingers. Relaxing in the entire body and loosening it all completely. Find a comfortable place where you won't need to move any part of your body for the next 10 minutes. Keeping the eyes calm, the tongue relaxed, the jaw loose, and your teeth slightly apart with your mouth closed and your throat clear. Begin the breathing process and take the mind slowly from the lower body to the upper body. Inhale slowly and begin to take the mind to the tip of your toes, the soles of your feet, your ankle joints, your calf muscles, the back of your knee, your hamstrings, outer thigh muscles, going down to the knee, your kneecap, down the shin bone, outer ankle joint, and back to your toes. Relax now the entire leg with slow motion. There should be no movement of the legs now. Completely detach your mind away from the leg and begin with the arms. Take the mind now to the tips of your fingers, moving inwards to the palms, wrist joints, inner forearm, inner elbow, upper arm, bicep and tricep muscles, your outer elbow, outer forearm, back of the wrist, and back to the tips of your fingers. Relax now the entire arm with a slow exhalation. Detaching your mind from your arms, allow them to feel heavy. Bringing your mind now to the back of your neck, moving upwards to the back of your head and the crown of your head, over to your forehead and the entire facial muscles, your eyeballs, your mouth, your tongue, your teeth, your jaw and your chin. Relaxing now the entire face and the head, and calm the eyes completely without bringing movement to your eyeballs. Feeling it getting heavy, detaching your mind from your head. Taking your focus now to the throat. Take a few deep breaths here through the nostrils and feel the coolness moving from the mouth, down the throat, into the chest, and holding this breath for a few seconds. And exhale slowly without any noise, relaxing the mind. Doing this again, inhaling through your nose, feeling the cool air go down your throat, into your chest, holding this breath a few moments. Slowly exhaling out with no sound through your nose, relaxing the mind and all the muscles in your neck and your throat. Releasing the focus from this area, taking your mind to your chest, the ribs, the entire abdomen, going down to the pelvis and to the inner thighs, relaxing the entire upper body now with a slow exhalation. Now move to the sides of the upper legs, the hip joints, moving inwards to the lower back, slowly upwards to the middle back and your shoulder blades, the upper back, the shoulders, and finally the place where the shoulders and the neck meet. Relaxing the entire body now completely with an exhalation. You could be feeling heavy now, or you could be feeling light. Just detaching our mind now from our body and allowing it to just sit in complete relaxation. Moving all of your attention and energy now to the tip of your nostrils and watching the inflow and outflow of this energy coming and going with your breath, with the awareness that the body will slowly begin to relax. Your body is entirely relaxed and comfortable. Watch what your mind is doing. If the mind wanders and it's thinking about what you're going to be doing next or all the things that have to be done, be kind with yourself, be compassionate. Just push that thought back away. It's not wrong to have these thoughts. We can control them, and that's not what we're here to be thinking about right now. Just focusing on our breath, staying here until the entire body feels relaxed. Mind is focusing on the inhale and exhale through your nose. thoughts are under control with your breath. Start to deepen your breath now, breathing in through your nose and exhaling through your mouth, making your exhale a sigh. Continue breathing like this. Start to wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes, bringing energy, prana or chi back to your body. Maybe making fists, squeezing tight and releasing your hands. Doing this with your toes as well. Maybe doing with this with the muscles up your legs, squeezing and releasing. Do this with your glutes, squeeze and release. Your stomach, squeeze and release. Feeling your body awakening now. Maybe squeezing your eyes closed and the muscles in your face, and relax. Laying still once again, bringing your hands to prayer, either at your heart space, your chin or your third eye. My soul recognizes your soul. I honor the light, love, truth, beauty and kindness within you, because it is also within me. In sharing these things, there is no distance and no difference between us. We are united. We are the same. We are one. Namaste. Stay laying here if it feels nice, if you need a little bit longer. Thank you for sharing your time and energy and space with me today. I hope you have a beautiful day. Thank you.